Didn't I ask Zhejiang before? For a SRK 800 engine to tear down? So, did they actually provide its special press, cherry-picked, unit? This episode, we're tearing down a SRK 800 engine from a real owner. This is the perfect chance to verify it. Sometimes it's hard to explain. Building a special edition engine for PR is difficult and very costly. But some people just don't believe it. Well, this should convince you. The clutch inner hub has almost no wear. Both the inner and outer hubs are manufactured by Zhejiang themselves. The clutch design is consistent. Mainly, let's look at the clutch plates. In the previous teardown, they used Japanese FCC clutch plates. Take a look at this machine, FCC as well. This matches up perfectly. Exactly. Actually, when I do these teardown videos, I can only report what the manufacturer actually uses. I can't call a cast part a forged part, right? Even if I didn't recognize it, someone out there would. You can't lie about the materials used. I'll also take this opportunity to mention which parts are compatible with the Honda 650. This oil pump is interchangeable with the Honda 650. Oh, right. In this video, I'll also discuss the differences between the SRK 800 and SRK 600 RS engines. The bearings are C3 clearance, P5 grade from CNU. The bearings are identical. As for these bearings, anyone still suspecting this is a special press unit is being quite unreasonable. Regarding the materials of this SRK 800 engine, there aren't many forged parts. The build quality is very similar to the Honda 650 engine. It's quite standard. What would be the point of faking it? If it were a special unit, wouldn't they have put in more high-end forged parts? Don't you agree? In the future, I'll keep asking manufacturers for engines to tear down for you. And then, I'll definitely tear down engines from actual users later on. We'll do a comparison then. Everything will be shown to you after the teardown. If any manufacturer dares to provide a special unit, they'll be exposed once we check the engines in the hands of users. What do you guys think? Oh, right, I forgot to mention the clutch. The clutch is not compatible with the Honda 650. Please keep that in mind. Look at the camshaft caps, nowhere at all. Now, these camshafts can actually be installed directly onto a Honda 650. However, the cam profile and lift are different. Simply put, it will affect the air-fuel intake. If you swap them, you'll need an ECU remap to match. If Honda 650 owners want to use them, I suggest only using the intake cam, not the exhaust cam. That way, the impact won't be too drastic. Look at the valve lifters, tappets. The tops have a DLC, diamond-like carbon, coating. The SRK 800 I tore down before had this, so I wanted to verify it here. Looks good, they all have it. There have been quite a few broken camshafts on the Honda 650. So these SRK 800 camshafts could really help you out. But remember what I said. Only swap the intake, not the exhaust. So, watching my teardown videos isn't just for entertainment. After all, I'll usually tell you what to watch out for in certain engines, or which parts are interchangeable. I'll generally keep you informed. Good. The gaskets in this section and the oil cooler are also compatible with the Honda 650. This starter motor is also interchangeable with the Honda 650. So, give this video a like. I'll let you know whenever I find such things. Especially with Zhejiang, since they like to reverse engineer other people's engines. That's why many parts are compatible. Plus, Chanjiang's parts prices are very fair. Seriously, even generic, no-name manufacturers can't get their prices that low. Chanjiang makes it possible. So I'll say it again. You might not buy a Chanjiang bike, but you have to thank Chanjiang. Currently, Chanjiang's issue is assembly. For example, the SRK 921 engine uses great materials, but the assembly was poor. That's why so many problems popped up. I'm looking forward to Chanjiang's digital factory. Once that digital factory is fully operational, assembly issues should be greatly reduced. Let's check the crankshaft bearings. They look like copper-based bearings. They are the same as the ones in the engine provided by the manufacturer. Let's pop one out. These bearings are also compatible with the Honda 650. Hey, Honda 650 owners. You're saving money again. The bearings are indeed from Daido Japan. Imported copper-based bearings. Now that the SRK 600 RS is out, I have to ask, is anyone still going to buy the SRK 800? Oh, wait, there are. Because I heard some people say, the current price of the SRK 800 is almost the same as the RS. Really? Is it like that in your area? Checking the connecting rod bearings, also copper-based. From Daido Japan. They are identical to the previous Teardown, just with some signs of use. The SRK 600 RS engine is essentially this SRK 800 engine, with a shortened crankshaft stroke. Their actual displacement only differs by 100 cubic centimeters. The SRK 600 RS is actually 679 cubic centimeters. The 800 is actually 778 cubic centimeters. So it's exactly a 99 cubic centimeters difference. Crankshaft is fine. The crankshaft is also a forged piece. Everything remains consistent. Let's look at the timing chain. It's from DID. Timing chain is good too. Next, let's verify the pistons. They are fully molybdenum coated, and the tops have micro-arc oxidation treatment. The pistons are correct. Both the pistons and rings can be used on the Honda 650. In fact, if you put the SRK 800 crank and rods into a Honda 650, it becomes an 800 cubic centimeters bike, or rather, a 778 cubic centimeters bike. The pistons are legitimate, no issues there. Back to the SRK 600 RS. This is where the difference lies. In the whole engine, only the crankshaft and connecting rods are different, everything else is the same as the 800. If you have an SRK 600 RS and want to upgrade to 800 cubic centimeters, it's easy. Either just swap in the entire SRK 800 engine, or tear it down and swap the crank and rods. That'll do it. Nothing else needs to change. Well, except the camshafts, because the cam lift is different. Everything else stays. Just flash the ECU with the SRK 800 program. Alright, that's pretty much the whole teardown. In summary, Chanjiang didn't provide a special engine. The one from the user's hands is identical. So here's the question. Why did this specific engine need to be torn down? Take a look. It's because the crankcase mounting point was snapped off in a crash. The case needs to be replaced. That's why we opened up this engine. The owner wants perfection. He doesn't want to use aluminum welding. The new casing is right here. Alright, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.